Hello and welcome, fan base, to the Rant Cafe, this highly prestigious event that everyone's just dying to come to. So we had two dropouts because we can't find Clyde and Soul. Hopefully we'll still find them. We don't know where they are. Today we were going to be talking about our top shonen arcs, and we only have two people to start off, which is cool in a way.
It's okay. I'm worth at least two people.
Yeah, right. So we have Briggs from All Day Anime, a master of his craft.
Yes.
What's happening?
I am a solid shonen tard. I should be able to help out even though it's only two of us today.
Yeah, well, shonen arcs. Never did one of these with two people. Hopefully, there isn't just dead silence for like half of it.
Worst case, we just talk about One Piece because every arc.
This is a good plan. Well, I don't know about that.
Okay, no, there are some bad arcs. I would 100% agree. But I was trying to think of what are my favorite shonen arcs, and when I kept on thinking about One Piece arcs. I'm like, wow, I just listed off 4 or 5.
See, your top 10 shonen arcs. Warning: number 7 is not One Piece.
So how do you guys want to start?
So I guess we could start with One Piece. Why not?
That works.
You brought it up. You want to go through the arcs, or since apparently you think they're all amazing?
Oh, we could do that. I'm trying to see what the
because
beginning
next week Rant Cafe is supposed to be all One Piece, so we have to try to get to some good Hunter x Hunter, My Hero Academia, fun stuff.
No, we don't need to go through everything for One Piece, but we do only have two people, so it's completely up to you. Hunter x Hunter, we have to talk about. It's probably
absolutely
it's probably the best shonen in my opinion.
Well, it's pretty good. It'll be hard to talk to you about JoJo's and Gintama because you haven't watched JoJo's or Gintama. But then again,
I watched at least 100 episodes of Gintama.
Oh,
but I feel
there were no good arcs in those 100 episodes.
I know, that's what everyone's told me. Later on, it gets really good.
The current arc we're in right now in Gintama, it's amazing. And the one before was also amazing. But it's hard to just talk to you about something you don't know. Especially because Gintama is such a been there anime. You have to really see it to actually understand anything that's going on.
I'm really going to pull up One Piece arcs right now. I'm trying to remember how they're divided in the beginning.
Well, the beginning arcs I thought were very weak, to be honest. Buggy arc, I don't know. I wouldn't have stuck around for the whole thing just based on merit of the Buggy arc. Or what the heck was that guy? What's that guy, the huge guy that Sanji fought that attacked the Baratier?
Oh, Don Krieg. The Baratier is one of my favorite arcs in One Piece.
Well, I don't like the bad guys. I just like the chef.
Yeah, the chef was cool.
Whatever his name was. Siegfried or something. No, it's not Siegfried.
No, best anime. Can I say Kenichi, the Mighty Disciple, best arc?
Well, what arcs were there? There was just the Ragnarok arc. That was the whole thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know how it's divided. That's why I'm looking at One Piece right now.
Another thing great about Kenichi, it's thinking about it, the first fight he won was episode 20 or something. It was against Boxer guy.
Technically, he won his first karate match
with the sidestepping garbage. That was the most passive-aggressive fight of all time.
And it was complete bullshit because it was an illegal move. So technically, he lost.
Yeah, but okay, whatever.
And then he lost to the referee, and then he bet the referee. So 8 episodes, he finally wins the fight.
Yeah, 8 episodes, he finally wins the fight. Now that's a shonen.
Yep. Oh man, I'm reading it right now. Okay, back to One Piece real quick. I'm looking here. Right. So I didn't like the Usopp arc very much with that guy with the claws. Not a huge fan. I think the first
guy sucked.
First episode was weak of One Piece. The next 2 episodes were pretty strong in my opinion, but that's just my opinion. With Zoro being introduced.
Well, I'd rather focus more on the major arcs, not every episode.
Oh yeah,
the Alabasta arc was amazing.
Oh, fantastic!
It was amazing.
But Enies Lobby is my favorite arc in all of One Piece.
Which one?
Enies Lobby.
Oh my god, I personally connect Enies Lobby, Water 7, Attack World Government thingy. All that's one arc. Right?
That's fair. I don't think it is, but I don't I don't.
Well,
Like,
that's kind of how I divide it.
That's probably more of a saga. Like, yeah, Water 7 saga.
Oh,
It's
you're
all
right. I guess it's
all
a
of that.
saga. So I know that I watched all that in like one shot. Okay.
Yeah. No.
It's 150 episodes or whatever. I sat down for a long time and made my way through it.
I've been thinking a lot about what you said in the last podcast, how like One Piece is all about moments, and I actually like really agree. When I think about some of my favorite arcs, like the moment where Usopp or King like destroys the
Yeah.
world government, like burns down the
Oh my
flag.
God.
Oh my
Or the
god, the
I wanna
goosebumps
live
that I
moment.
had. Oh yeah.
See, that's one of my favorite things about doing analyses. You don't do as many, you do more explaining concepts, but the thing I like most about analyses is that I actually know why I like the anime. And it's like amazing.
It's really cool. I've been like, I've
Yeah.
literally like, it's been on my mind quite a bit since you mentioned it. I'm like, wow, like that's actually so true. It's all about like just like these huge epic hype moments in One Piece. Like the fights are great, the characters love them, world building amazing, but like the things that like really, I guess like
the things that drives the story forward is all moments.
Exactly.
Right. Unlike, let's say, for example, Naruto, which is based on fights. It's not like it's worse. It's just different.
So I'm like, the Baratie is one of my favorite arcs, even though I'm like obviously Enies Lobby way more, but Baratie, I guess I'm just biased because I love Sanji. I'm just trying to think like a moment.
Sanji's beast.
So like a moment that stood out to me was like where the chef, what's his name?
Zeph.
Redfoot
Don't call him
Zeph.
Zeph. Figure the fairy tale fans.
Where he was like,
you watch Fairy Tail, by the way?
I do not. I watched the first 100 episodes like 2 to 3 times.
All right, so I just got a message.
Sense.
We're bringing that is weird, by the way, but we're bringing in Dr. Upali.
I have no idea who that is.
Don't worry, you will soon.
Awesome.
Yeah, but anyway, so as far as One Piece goes, right after, just to go quickly in order, I did not particularly like the Skypiea arc, except for that one thing I'm going to talk about in my theory about the end of One Piece, which you know, which no one else in the world knows, right?
Oh, so man, that's going to be great.
Yo, Paul. I guess we call you Paul. No?
Hello.
Anyway, I guess he's setting up. So, also, what was that arc? What was the arc with Shadow Guy, Moria?
I did not like that. Thriller Bark. That's my least favorite arc.
Right.
In all of
I did not like that arc either. There was a sick moment where Brooke told his backstory, whatever. But again, the arc I thought was pretty meh altogether. It didn't. I didn't really feel like it added much to the story. Didn't improve any of the characters. Gecko Moria was a pretty meh villain.
For me, like 2 of the weaker arcs were probably Thriller Bark and Fishman Island.
Thriller Bark and Fishman. I happen to think Fishman Island in the manga is not so bad. I know it has a bad rep because of the anime and it's slow, but it went by really quickly in the manga.
Okay.
And
I still liked it. It just
when Zoro is standing there underwater he beats the crap out of Fish Nose guy, whatever his name is. That was amazing.
Yeah.
Hello?
That was awesome. Hello.
Hello.
Oh, here we go. All right. What's up, guys?
What's up, man?
Yo, so this is Dr. Upali, does a lot of Hunter x Hunter content and some One Piece. Yeah? Yeah, so I will link you in the description afterwards, because if you look at the description, it says, don't know who else is showing up. So...
Am I linked there at least?
You are linked there.
Whoa.
I had faith in your arrival.
Wait, who didn't show up? Just out of curiosity.
Well, we went through like our whole inventory of friends. But basically it was Clyde and Soul. Yeah. Clyde Dweebu and Soul.
Like everyone else, we kind of messaged last second just because Clyde and Soul didn't answer. But
okay.
Yeah, don't worry. Don't worry. We'll yell at them later.
All right.
Anyway, we're talking One Piece now. Your cup of tea.
All right. For me personally, I'd have to go with Enies Lobby.
There we go. We're on the same page.
All right, fine. Yeah, I know everyone says, when I said I made a top shonen arcs list like years ago, I still get views on it somehow, and people say, what? How could, whatever. Those people, your sound quality's terrible. Like, yeah, it's like my 4th video ever. Anyway, so I love those people, but I mentioned the Enies Lobby arc, and every one of the comment sections yelling at me how that's clearly inferior to the Marineford War.
I disagree.
I disagree.
And I also disagree. Even though Marineford was amazing, I loved it. But
I feel like just the crew being together was just more entertaining for me than just Luffy. That's one of the main reasons.
Yeah, I get that.
If the anime was just Luffy, I feel like I wouldn't love it. I love each and every character, and the characters are like one of the things that drives the series.
Yeah, that's why they call Fairy Tail the poor man's One Piece. Because like that's based on the family of the guild, just like One Piece is kind of based on the family of the crew. Difference is we love every member of the crew, and Fairy Tail, we don't care if half the guild dies.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, Fairy Tail, as far as Fairy Tail arcs, I know if you look at like the stats and what everyone says that the worst arc is the Grand Magic Games. And I loved the hell out of that arc. I thought it was amazing. Did any of you get that far? Most people didn't even get that far.
I kind of just skipped through the show a bunch, but I do remember the Grand Magic Games, and I was just like, it's okay, I guess.
I mean, that sounds like my cup of tea. I feel like anything that's a tournament or some type of battle, or like games.
But okay, so like spoilers, but no one really cares if I spoil Fairy Tail because either you watched it or you hate it. That's basically how it works, right?
Yeah.
Or both.
Right, I guess that's fair. So the thing about the Grand Magic Games is it comes right off the bat of an arc where the main guild, the main guys in Fairy Tail all get wiped out. And 7 years later, they come back. They were somehow jumped into the future 7 years. Long story, but at this point, the Fairy Tail Guild, which was the Overdog Guild, is the Underdog Guild. Big time. And these 7 guys come back, and they join the Grand Magic Games, and it's awesomeness.
I'm down to watch that. Wow.
Yeah, it's amazing. I love that arc so much. I can make a ton of videos on it, and I probably will make at least one when the next Fairy Tail season comes out and people actually start asking me to make Fairy Tail content.
Yeah. I definitely agree with what you said, though, in regards to like the poor man's One Piece, because like I watched the first 100 episodes, and then I stopped. And I watched it again. I had to restart because it was so many years later, and then I stopped. I think the thing that like always made me stop, that like didn't make me stop for One Piece, was the characters, for sure. Like there's sometimes where like I didn't enjoy arc like Thriller Bark or Fishman Island, but I love the characters, so I continue to watch it to like see the rest of their journey. But like there was nothing driving me to continue to watch Fairy Tail. Like there was nothing I wanted to learn about or find out about this, like the world or the show or the characters.
See, I didn't have this issue, partly probably for 2 reasons. Firstly, I liked a lot of the characters in Fairy Tail. I think that the female characters in Fairy Tail are better than the female characters in One Piece. Even though
see that, not even gonna lie.
What?
Like, I can actually kind of see that, not gonna lie.
I mean, like Nami and Robin are very okay characters, but like in Fairy Tail, Juvia is awesome. Okay, and I don't know. I also watched Fairy Tail before One Piece.
Yeah. That's a factor.
I watched it like a long time ago, but I don't remember most of it, so yeah.
Well, the thing is, I started One Piece and I gave it up in like I think it was in the middle of the Baratier arc. Actually, sorry, Briggs, because it was just like the characters were all really stupid. At least I thought. Now it turns out I love all of them, but at that point, I think it was I don't even remember what did I just finish, Bleach or something. But
the arc was like when most people started liking One Piece, isn't it?
I started liking One Piece in the Oolong arc. Oolong, is that his name?
Usopp.
Not Usopp. I hated that arc. The one with
Syrup Village.
Arlong.
Oh my
god. I'm not good at names.
Okay, Arlong was great, but I was gonna say like I think objectively Enies Lobby is my favorite arc, but like completely biased, Barate is my favorite arc. I love Sanji way too much, and I feel like there's no reason for me to love the Barate arc as much as I do. But like we were talking about, like certain moments just like hitting you in One Piece. The moment where Zeph like tells Sanji like, "Don't close your eyes." This is like the type of guy you never want to fight, type of thing. A guy who like does not fear anything. Like I don't know. I thought that was the coolest thing ever.
Well, when I said in middle of the Baratier arc, I'm pretty sure I finished it right when Don Krieg showed up. Like that's when I was like, okay, not watching One Piece. But then I realized I made a terrible mistake because also disclaimer: everything past the time skip in One Piece, the anime screwed up. Okay,
Yep.
this is a fact.
That's fair.
You have to read the manga for that stuff.
I agree.
So the Dressrosa arc, one of my favorite arcs in One Piece, hands down. I loved it.
That's probably top 5 too. Yep.
But a lot of people like had issues with it because like it took years in the anime.
Oh yeah, the anime actually had more episodes than the manga had chapters.
That is hell. That's the worst thing ever.
That's fucked.
I straight up Googled it. I was confused. I was like, how are they like not having any filler episodes? And then I'm like, the anime has 116 episodes, and the manga had like 100 chapters. And I was like, what?
The truth is, it's all filler.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about last time. How there's different ways to do filler. Like Bleach, 45% of Bleach, 45% of Naruto are filler. You know, full filler episodes with filler arcs, ninja ostriches and robot ninjas.
Yeah, I prefer that, to be honest.
Vampire whatevers. Though that's all filler arcs. Fairy Tail also does it like that. One Piece puts filler into its episodes, like conversations that didn't happen. And like, oh, did Carrot really steal the banana? I don't know if that happened, but it sounds like a One Piece filler. Okay. Like for example, this is my favorite example because it just happened. The Luffy versus Cracker fight in One Piece took 3 chapters or 2 chapters, and it took 8 episodes in the anime.
Oh,
that is terrible. Because there were only 3 minutes of new fight in each episode. It recapped, and then it also said, what's happening next time? And then there were conversations in the back, with Nami being chased by the big tree guy. Dude, come on. Hurry the hell up.
Yeah. I think so. I think 4Kids, like the dub that like apparently ruined One Piece's popularity in the West, what's it called? It was what like made the show actually good. Because the manga got so far ahead that when the anime finally picked up again and like found a new like studio to do it, it was like there's so many chapters, we don't need to do filler. And then they finally caught up around the around like episode like 500-600, and then at that point the filler started getting horrible. And that's why the first 500 episodes of One Piece have like barely any filler and are decently paced, and then it's getting so much worse.
Right. That's why it's like Madhouse stopped Hunter x Hunter, and that's the best thing they could have done.
Yeah,
true.
Or My Hero Academia, you know, small seasons coming out at different times. Keep the manga ahead.
25 episodes a year. Yeah, I prefer that.
Yeah, for sure. 25 good episodes is better than 50 bad ones.
Like, even then, like Naruto and Bleach, their filler is like completely disassociated from the story. With One Piece, the filler is like interwoven within the episode. So it's like annoying, and you can't really skip it because like some of it might be canon as well. And yeah.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
What I find they do is they take a conversation and they extend the conversation. They take a fight and they extend the fight. Like everything's canon. They just put a lot of bullshit in it and like extend it and water it down.
Right, but what's weird is it's not like there's any extra choreography in the fights. There's the exact same amount of strikes. Somehow there's more time in there. And it's because every time he winds up the punch, they go to Nami, is he really going to punch him? Then he punches and blocks it. Did he really just block it? And then he punches again. What? It's impossible. Right? So I feel like that happens way too much. And also, the Tournament of Power in Dragon Ball Super could have for sure been half the episodes.
I haven't watched Dragon Ball Super. Like, after the Cell Saga in Dragon Ball Z, it just wasn't as good to me. Like, even when I was younger, I watched the Buu Saga. I didn't really like it. GT I didn't like, but I just never got into Super, so I never watched it.
Well, speaking of Shonen arcs,
right? Yeah, we just did One Piece.
Absolutely fantastic. I love
the Cell arc.
Yeah, and when you say the Cell arc, are you including the androids?
Yeah,
like all the way from Robot Grandpa all the way till I
rewatched it with Kai, so I feel like.
I haven't rewatched it in a while, so
yeah, maybe. I haven't seen it in forever. Last I saw of it was Team 4-Star. I'll be honest.
Team 4-Star could that just be the best Shonen arc? Like
that should be best.
The Team 4-Star Cell Games is the best arc in Dragon Ball. I mean, to be honest, I do think they have improved a lot of the source material. Like, for example, everyone says how Sword Art Online Abridged improved Sword Art Online. I do think that Team 4-Star improved Dragon Ball.
I don't know about
that. That's fair, but I don't know about it. But
it's less episodes, and they don't do wasted conversations. That's the thing about fan-made stuff. The fans know what the fans don't want, so they don't have the garbage. They cut out all the garbage.
That's true.
So if you took what Team 4-Star did and did it in a serious way, that would be objectively the best way to do Dragon Ball.
You see, the thing with Team 4-Star is it started off very, satire parody. And as it went on, at this point, they don't upload. But when they were uploading, it was actually, they were doing it seriously. They had more jokes, but it was also much more serious than your average abridged. They were really taking themselves seriously.
Yeah.
It's not like Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged, which is much better than the original Yu-Gi-Oh!, but not the same thing at all. Even though somehow he manages to voice all the characters, which is amazing.
Oh, man. I've seen that. It's actually crazy.
Yeah, he's really good, little Grebo.
Nux, are you still going to do some abridges in the future?
So Boruto abridged, probably not. Black Clover abridged, which I just told you guys for the first time by accident, is hopefully going to be a thing. If my editor ever finishes it.
You have an editor, I wish.
Okay, for abridges, you can't do it, basically. I tried. Like, one of my early videos, still to this day, that my video with the most views is One Punch Man abridged. It is so bad. It's so bad. The editing is a disaster. And I voiced like half the characters because I didn't know anybody. But anyway, great Shonen arcs. Now we have the Hunter x Hunter crew here. What was your favorite arc of Hunter x Hunter?
Mine, Chimera Ant arc.
Briggs?
I was going to say the same thing.
So everyone says that, and I still think I like York New better.
That's fair, but I feel like everyone who says like Hunter x Hunter is a favorite anime is going to say Chimera Ant arc, though, to be fair.
Yeah.
Well, I do get that because Chimera Ant arc was like half the story.
Yeah. So if you didn't like that arc, there's no way it's going to be your favorite like series.
I love the Chimera Ant arc. It was one of my favorite shonen arcs ever, but so was the York New arc.
Oh, yeah, that's fair. I feel like there was more build up to the York.
Called Green Island, Greed Island.
Yeah, Greed Island. I liked it also. So did I. That dodgeball game, best anime sports game ever.
Yeah, that was amazing. That was probably, if I were to like rank, it's not really a fight, but like top 10 Hunter x Hunter fights, that'd be like top 3 probably.
Yeah, absolutely. It was amazing. Not including the manga with Crollo, I guess.
Oh, yeah, not including the manga, I guess.
But
yeah, I feel like York New probably had more build up to it because like after the Hunter exam, they're like, oh, we're gonna meet in York New September 1st, and then like,
well, the Chimera Ant arc had build up in itself just by its length. It was like 68
okay,
episodes.
Yeah, the Chimera Ant arc built up itself, but like suddenly after Greed Island, Gon teleports and Gon and Killua teleport and meet Kite, and then it's like, oh, what the heck? This is weird.
And then spoiler happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff happens. And that just set up to the whole castle siege. Technically, like half the Chimera Ant arc just sets up itself into the castle siege where all the crazy stuff happens.
Yeah, and it's played in slow motion. Big time slow motion with the narrator saying, and he took a step to the okay, fine, I'm kidding. He did but at times I found the narrator annoying, even though I know we needed to hear what he was saying to actually get what everyone was doing. Why did Killua turn around here? Well, that's 4 episodes.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure like straight up there was like half an episode of like why Killua decided to turn around when fighting Palm or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Absolutely.
That is a little bit excessive.
It seems excessive, but it's kind of necessary. And every time you watch the Chimera Ant arc, it gets better. Like, I'm telling you, every single time it gets better because you see why they need to say what they say.
I agree.
But again, every time you watch the York New arc, it also gets better.
I mean, no, I still definitely like the York New arc.
The arc is still sick.
The Phantom Troop are so cool.
For me.
One of my favorite episodes in the Chimera Ant arc was when the Phantom Troop attacked the ants.
Straight up, I agree. 100%.
Beautiful.
That was so sick. The Phantom Troop are awesome. I do agree. They're probably one of the best parts to come. What am I trying to say? They're probably the best part of York New, in my opinion.
Yeah, they are York New.
Well,
them and Ahsoka.
I was thinking Kurapika, but yeah, Kurapika kind of ties into the Phantom Troop. I don't know what I'm saying.
Yeah. The focus of that arc was definitely on the troop. It kind of felt like they were the main characters of that arc, and Kurapika was the, not the antagonist, obviously, but the focus was a lot more on the bad guys, which is awesome because I love a good bad guy a lot more than I like a good guy. They're harder to do, and they're awesome.
Yeah, I agree.
And I'm doing 2 videos on that right now. So that was my phone.
On villains or on the Phantom Troop?
On villains.
Let's see.
And it's awesome. Anyway, so that was basically Hunter x Hunter. Best arcs from Hunter x Hunter.
Someone
Did you
was
watch
asking about
JoJo's?
No.
I've watched the first 2 parts, and I'm like halfway through the 3rd part.
All right, so at least you're actually moving. I'm proud of you. Someone's actually watching. Part 2 was great.
I love part 2. Yeah, part 1 was kind of. Part 2 is great.
Yeah, I know. Part 1 was. The issue with saying part 1's bad is because you can't get anyone into the show because part 1's not that great. And if you say that to the JoJo fans, they're like, "What are you saying? JoJo is the epitome of genius. Your IQ is clearly not high enough to understand JoJo's Bizarre Adventure." Right? You get those guys too. So,
yeah.
but part one was meh. Part 2 was amazing.
Yeah, I don't think part 1 was bad, but part 2 was definitely a lot stronger in my opinion.
I don't think I finished part 1. I got pretty close to finishing part 1 and then I dropped it.
See, but I don't blame you.
I remember I liked the first episode of part 1, like with JoJo and Dio's childhood story or whatever. And then after that, I was like, okay, this is kind of boring.
Yeah, but that was like 1 episode.
Yeah, I know. That was like the only episode I liked of part 1. Like I straight up liked a lot. The other one was just okay.
Yeah, I agree with you. The journey in part 1 was pretty stupid. And part 2 was incredible because the characters were unbelievable. Every single one of them. The Pillarmen were pretty good. But Mr. Joseph was amazing.
Joseph just took the spotlight from me.
Oh
honestly.
my god. Caesar was great also.
Caesar. That's his friend, right?
That's his friend.
Well, spoiler alert.
No, spoiler alert. He's so bad. Oh my god. I was very careful. No spoiler alert. He's fine.
Well, in the end, what's his name? Cars. That villain was pretty OP. I was wondering how they're gonna beat him. And they just spoiler.
They just something. This is not good.
Sorry.
Okay, so Naruto.
Okay, I'm glad you mentioned that because I want to talk about the tuning exams.
Yeah, my answer would have been tuning exams and pain.
Same here. Oh man.
Yeah, so the tuning exams and Pain were considered the top 2 best arcs, and I think that Pain was considered better by pretty much everybody. But
I think I enjoyed tuning more.
I think I did, to be honest.
I think that the tuning exams were so amazing, they basically set the entire story in motion. They set up the characters, they set up the villains, they set up the interactions, they set up the fear of the outside world. They were incredible, and I'm not afraid to say it, the tuning exams were better than the MHA tournament and better than the Hunter exam in Hunter x Hunter.
I think I did enjoy it more, but okay, yeah, I did enjoy it more. I'll give you that.
I mean,
okay, when I say better, I mean obviously personal opinion. Yeah, what you're saying?
Obviously.
I didn't even enjoy the My Hero Academia tournament that much.
Really?
I really.
Man, me and Paul have the same taste. Apparently.
I know.
So far, we haven't really disagreed on anything. The only thing we disagreed on.
Why we need Anime Uproar? No game, no life is trash.
Whatever. I mean, he's a great dude. Disclaimer: he's a great dude, but sometimes
I felt like okay. Never mind. Talk about Naruto tuning exams. Rock Lee versus Gaara was sick.
Rock Lee versus Gaara was one of the best anime fights ever.
I agree.
Shikamaru versus Tamari, great fight.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I watch that like once a month.
Sakura versus Ino was.
Don't say good.
It was a fight. I was gonna say it happened.
Oh, that's absolutely. No, that's what I always say. It's like, so, Naruto, what did you accomplish over the tuning exams? Oh, he defeated Gaara, he defeated Kiba, he could summon toads, all that fun stuff. Okay, so Sasuke, what did you do? Oh, well, he landed a blow on Gaara that even like the Kazekage couldn't really do. Well, he also beat tons of sound guys, curse mark, all this stuff. Sakura, what did you do? Oh, I got a haircut. Okay, so what did Ino do? Oh, she also got a haircut. They didn't beat anyone. They didn't even lose to anyone. They only tied to each other. The rest of the time, they were just getting saved by other people.
I recently kind of rewatched Naruto, like the first 90 or so episodes.
Oh,
and
best part.
See, that's what I thought. I loved it when I was young, and like, I rewatched it and I still enjoyed it. But like I was like, I was so annoyed. I shouldn't have done it. I feel like I ruined my.
That was like me and Dragon Ball and me and Code Geass. When I rewatched Code Geass, I'm like,
I found every single fight Naruto ended up having to use his like Nine Tails powers, and I'm like, well, this is like annoying me. I feel like it was, I don't know how to describe it. I loved it so much when I was young, and I was so biased. And then I rewatched, and I didn't enjoy it nearly as much. But the tuning exam was still great, so that's why that's my new favorite arc.
Yeah,
I agree.
And I'm glad you guys say that Pain is your second favorite arc, because my second favorite arc was probably the one with Shikamaru and Hidan and Kakazu.
Oh yeah, that one was good.
I think that's like one of the most underrated arcs in Naruto.
I very much agree. That was like the arc in Naruto that Naruto Shippuden at least that like made me get into the show again, because I watched Naruto Shippuden a lot of years after. I didn't enjoy the first arc, but I kept watching because I loved the show when I was younger. Then the Hidan and the Kakazu arc, that was one that got me back into Naruto.
Yeah, every Grillin dude in the chat obviously wants me to mention him. He was typing "Feminism ruined the Nux Taku" the entire stream so far. I appreciate your persistence. You can stop now. Okay, that had to be said. I mean, he's trying to make it a meme, obviously.
Also, if things have to be said, fuck Sasuke.
I'm glad you said it. Couldn't say it more eloquently myself.
Character just got so annoying.
So, Sasuke is like a fan favorite character, though.
I know. I don't know why.
I kind of do know why, but like compare him to Itachi, and it's like, oh, really? Itachi was amazing.
Itachi is way cooler than Sasuke.
I can't even compare the two. One I absolutely love, and one I wish wasn't even part of the series.
See, but like the thing with Itachi, which is hilarious, is like he's such a great character. Like many games and shows get like, a quote unquote bad fan base because it's such a great show or such a great game. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
So Itachi got a mini bad fan base. And like I mentioned, I liked Itachi, and they're like, oh, you're one of those. And I was like, what does that mean, one of those? Apparently, there's a ton of people that think that Itachi's like the strongest character in Naruto and like the best. And so, like, there's this whole thing going on. It's not true. Itachi's a great character, but like he ain't God.
At the point in time when Itachi was in the story, I think he was probably one of the strongest characters. The problem is power scaling sucks in Naruto. So the longer the show goes on, Itachi has no chance.
I feel like War Arc ruined the perception of a lot of people on the show. Like the show until the War Arc, it's solid. The original Naruto was good. There were a few arcs in Shippuden that were good. And then the War Arc came along, and it was just like, how many times does he have to digivolve in this one arc?
I was so happy you included Digimon here.
Digimon Tamers is the best anime of all time. Changed my mind.
I remember when I was younger, I watched Digimon Tamers. I hated that one Jeff girl or whatever her name was. The one that got captured in the end.
Oh, Jerry?
Jerry, yeah. I hated that girl so much.
Yeah, she was pretty annoying.
Like before that part, I was like, yeah, Digimon. But then after that part, I'm like, okay, screw this character. I don't like this. I like Digimon Season 1, Season 2 better.
Season 2!
Digimon 02 is my stuff, man. I love that. That was my favorite anime when I was younger.
I don't blame you, because there was good. But if we're talking arcs in Digimon, the Myotismon arc in Digimon Adventure 1 was amazing.
Myotismon.
I'm telling you, I rewatched that arc recently. It started off with, more stuff happening in the digital world. Everyone's going crazy. Basically, Myotismon invades the real world, and they come back with their Digimon, and they're like playing them off as stuffed animals, and they're trying to You don't know what I'm talking about?
This guy. Okay, I just googled his name. All right.
Iota's man,
That's like at the
vampire
very
dude.
end, like when they all like.
Not very end. There was still an arc after it. You got to brush up on your Digimon, man.
I haven't watched this in years, man.
Time to rewatch it.
I rewatched it on Netflix when that first came out, but that was like 3 years ago. I don't remember all this stuff.
This is the type of thing you have to watch at least once a month, right, Briggs?
Yep. Just like
just like Tamari versus what's his face?
So one of my ritual is 1 month I watch Tamari versus Shikamaru. By the way, any fight with Shikamaru is great.
Oh
I
yeah,
came to that realization.
Absolutely.
Every other month
until the war arc,
I watched Baratier and Arlong arc. To get my roots and like where they came from, you know. What else do I watch? And
so one thing about the
you gotta rewatch once a year.
Oh yeah, I haven't rewatched that one. Maybe I should.
No, you should.
But as far as the Arlong arc, Usopp Hammer is forever one of the greatest anime attacks.
Yep.
Oh, that was amazing. And another thing, as I was talking about before, how One Piece is based on moments and how these moments build up the world and characters. When Arlong is standing there and he's looking at Zoro with that scar, that was like, oh boy, that was amazing.
That was so sick. Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
I'm a huge Zoro fanboy.
Zoro was amazing.
Oh man, I couldn't handle it that moment. I was like, this is crazy. Oh my.
The thing is, I love Zoro and I love Law. So whenever Zoro comes on screen, I'm like, Zoro is the best character. And then when I see Law, I'm like, Law is the best character. And then so on and so forth. It goes back and forth, depending on, who's on screen.
By the way, I just looked up like Kenichi arcs. It's called the Valkyrie arc. The fight where basically the last fight, Kenichi versus Odin.
Why is it called Valkyrie arc? That was the girl.
Yeah, I have no idea. Whatever. But I think Valkyrie has a meaning.
That was one of my favorite final battles in anime.
Oh yeah, it's
at the end of Kenichi.
Such an unbelievable fight, especially like when because I'm fanboying too hard. I
do have to agree with you. I have rewatched where he starts copying all of his masters. I rewatched that a bunch of times, bunch of times. Whenever it gets recommended on YouTube, I'm like, oh hell yeah. Doctor, have you watched Kenichi?
No, I haven't.
You
I
should.
have no idea what you guys are talking about. I was like, what are these guys talking about?
So
Kenichi, the Mightiest Disciple,
is actually my favorite anime of all time.
Oh man, I'm gonna put it on my plan to watch list that I might get to in the next 5 years.
Like all of ours watch list.
And also the 275 people watching, which is unbelievable right now. If you guys need something to watch, Kenichi the Mightiest Disciple. That is all.
Well, assuming you've watched JoJo's, of course.
No.
Okay. Yeah, but as far as shonen arcs, what haven't we talked about major? I wanted to get across a whole bunch of shonens.
Someone said YuYu Hakusho Dark Tournament.
Oh, thank you. That was one of them that I wanted to talk about. YuYu Hakusho Dark Tournament, best tournament in anime. Sorry, tuning exams.
Tuning exams, Hunter exams. That's not really a tournament arc, but Heaven's Ring,
call it
a tournament arc? Maybe? I don't know.
Well, both of them are inferior.
True.
There are many tournaments in Dragon Ball. I don't know.
Dragon Ball is like episode 2, tournament time. Kind of.
See, the problem with me though is I just recently watched the tuning exam, so it kind of lost a little of its flair for me. But I've watched Yu Yu Hakusho so long ago, so I feel like I have this image of it being so amazing in my head. But if I go back and watch it, I'll probably like it less.
So if you go back and watch it, you'll probably like the animation less.
Yeah.
But there are a ton of funny one-liners in the Dark Tournament arc. Everywhere. Yusuke is a boss. And EA is awesome. Those two guys. Oh.
Even Kurabara. Kurabara is hilarious.
Kurabara is amazing.
Kurabara and Hiei's interactions are the funniest thing.
Oh my god. Right.
Speaking of best one-liners of all time has to be Vegeta. I don't even want to hear it.
Vegeta, they're all passive-aggressive, pissy one-liners though. Yusuke is actually cool. I mean,
what is this? A Super Saiyan bargain sale?
Okay, fine. But they're all.
Again,
every single one of his one-liners, it's just because he's pissed that the other guy is stronger. All.
Yeah.
Whereas Yusuke, he'll do it to piss off the other guy.
Yeah, that's true.
That's why people say what's better, Hunter x Hunter or Yu Yu Hakusho, and they're completely different because I think Yu Yu Hakusho has some of the strongest main casts of protagonists ever. And Hunter x Hunter has some of the strongest casts of antagonists ever.
I couldn't agree more.
Well, I like the Hunter world better, but
Hunter x Hunter, if you just count Killua and Gon, just Killua and Gon together, then it's pretty close between Killua and Gon and the four people in YuYu Hakusho.
I would disagree.
Well, I think it's pretty close.
I don't. Yeah, you're obviously you're allowed to an opinion. I mean, taste. I
never really liked Gon though. Like I like Killua a lot, and I do kind of like Gon, but nowhere near like Yusuke.
Right. I also kind of like Gon. Also, nowhere near Yusuke. And Hiei, I think, is way cooler than Killua.
I disagree.
I think Hiei is cooler, but like, I think he's more one-dimensional. I didn't like him as much, but I still like Hiei, but not as much.
Well, I like Killua, but not as much. And Leorio, he's the Kuwabara, I guess. I liked Kuwabara. He was amazing. He was like the Usopp, kind of.
Yeah. Until he got like cucked from the last arc, but
yeah, well, like what was he really gonna do? It's like, I have a sword. That's it. He couldn't really do anything else.
I love your comment section. They're all memers. Like I feel like my comment section, like everyone's like so nice and like I don't know how to like explain it. Like I look at people's comment sections, like some of them are like pure like hate. Yours are just pure memes.
Isn't that great though?
No, it's great.
So the thing is, like, this is funny. I'm working on those villain videos, talking about villains, weak villains and strong villains. Those are going to be the two videos. And for one of them, I wanted to ask I asked on Twitter, like, yo guys, who would you consider overpowered villains done wrong? So I got a whole bunch of answers, a bunch of serious answers, but literally half of them are like, oh, Meowth from Pokemon. Right? Like, you know, they're all like, half of them are jokes. I didn't even mean it as a joke, and I am so proud, to be honest. The fan base is amazing.
Oh, they're fantastic.
Fan base.
Said Avatar: Last Airbender. Avatar's top 3 shonen anime. Don't at me.
Okay, I won't at you. We're not talking about fake anime here.
Oh.
Okay, fine. Not
Fuck
a discussion.
You, fight me.
Look, honestly, I just say it because you know.
Yeah.
What?
Mother's basement.
Mother's basement. Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah.
Which is funny.
Lord Twiggle is best villain. I think Lord Twiggle is best arc.
The best arc, you mean, of our channels.
Yeah. No, I'm still like, you have all the memes. There's only been like one meme on my channel. It was fuck Sasuke. It lasted a long time. It was great.
So one of my memes came back. My beginner's rook. You remember that one? Old one.
Oh yeah, I do remember that.
I was making fun of how the first time an attack is used, it's way stronger than every other time.
Yeah, I remember that.
Like the first time, Rasen Shuriken, for example, Naruto uses Rasen Shuriken. It's like, oh my god, that thing is the most overpowered thing ever. Molecular level destroys anything. Nothing can stand against it. He can use one, like over like 17 years. I don't know. They put like crazy time limits, and it destroys his hand, and it becomes way powerful. Then, like in the war art, he's like pissing Rasen Shurikens everywhere. And they did nothing. But whatever.
It's a Rasen Shuriken bargain sale, as Vegeta would say.
as Vegeta would say. The thing about Sasuke is he never like felt inferior to Naruto, so he didn't get those epic lines.
That is true.
Right.
I mean, he was ahead of Naruto for most of the series.
I would say he was ahead of Naruto until he got Sage Mode.
Yeah, then they're probably about even.
Kind of evened the playing field a little.
Like in all of part 1, Sasuke was like basically most of the time stronger than Naruto.
Well, I would say, let's say from the Chunin exams on, so from Rasengan and on, they were about even.
Yeah.
And then time skip to Shippuden, Sasuke learned like a zillion jutsu, and Naruto's like, well, I could throw a big shuriken. It's like,
wow. I can use 2 Rasengan.
Exactly. Like that's good, Naruto. Sasuke could take out an army of 10,000 ninja without killing any of them. Right?
Yeah.
How much of a comparison there? Like, he got Tsukuyomi when Naruto was still, like, throwing big Rasengans. Not Tsukuyomi, Amaterasu.
I can throw Rasengans with Chakra Cloak around it.
Which is crazy.
Like Link's nose just said, like, Sasuke has no personality. Vegeta, even though, like, I know what you're saying, like, it's all out of, like, him being inferior or whatever, but, like, he was a proud Saiyan. He had a personality.
Yeah,
I didn't know what Sasuke was. little edgy fucker. I don't even know.
So I liked Vegeta. Vegeta is one of my favorite characters in Dragon Ball, if not my favorite character. Sasuke, I don't love, to put nicely, but whatever. I don't know. I have to research him, I guess, for a video because no one really.
Battle of Gods. Oh, okay, you can talk. It's all right.
No, it's fine.
Okay, well, in Battle of Gods, I remember Vegeta was like dancing around and stuff, and then like he was really acting out of character, and that's just a lot better than anything Sasuke's ever done in Shippuden.
Well, him dancing around was because Beerus was going to destroy the world, and it was
I
like,
know,
I'd rather dance around than destroy the world.
I know, but like
cared about his family and their lives.
What I didn't like about Vegeta, before we get back to Sasuke, Vegeta in the resurrection of F, they didn't give him the final shot.
Yeah, that was kind of
pathetic.
That was yeah.
Come on, that was horrible. And also, resurrection of F is a sick name. If it would have been like resurrection of Frieza, I would have been like, oh, whatever. Frieza comes back. Who knew? He has only come back like 14 times until now. But resurrection of F, that's amazing. Could have standed for something else. But
Sasuke
it didn't.
is a Kurapika ripoff. Oh yeah, that is kind of true.
Yes. Sasuke is kind of
a a mod midstream.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm badass. Anyway, so good. I think we covered basically all the Shonen arcs. Oh, Sword Art Online. How could I forget Sword Art Online?
And that's the end of the stream, guys.
No, Sword Art. It's not that bad, guys. Let's be honest here.
No, it's absolutely not that bad. It's not that good, but
it's not best
bad.
Anime of all time. Kirito's no Sasuke. But but it's not that bad.
Oh man, those first 3 episodes, I remember watching it when the show came out. Like, I was watching it week by week. Like after the first episode came out, I heard about it, started watching it. I was so pumped. And then my entire life, my dreams were just like crushed as the show continued. So it was like
saddest thing I've ever heard.
I don't think it's as bad as anyone says. The problem is I feel like everyone had these like me thought it was gonna be good, thought it had like the opportunity to be good, and like just watching it like throw everything away is what makes people hate on it.
That is the saddest thing ever.
Yeah.
I don't know. I watched it after it was over and I loved it. I just straight out loved it. That's when I watched it. I watched it right when it ended. I loved it. And that was way before my critiquing career began.
Was it your first anime?
No, but it was not actually. I still liked it though. Still good stuff.
It's even the first 12 episodes. Like I'll watch it. I feel like if they extended the first 12 episodes into like a 24, 50, like just go through all the floors. Take your time, develop some characters, make me care about people who are dying. Maybe give a reason for Kirito to be as badass as he is. Like the story would have been amazing. It would have been best Shonen arc of all time.
I didn't even get past the 5th episode. I was just bored. I didn't like it.
Really?
What?
I didn't even like. It was like one of the first anime I watched too. All my friends like watch Sword Art Online, and I just didn't get past the 5th episode. I was like, it's all right, I guess.
Well, we know how it came out, so.
Do you play video games?
Sometimes.
Okay, so I think
that's kind of the answer.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, it draws you into the world that you wanted to be in. Kind of.
Exactly.
I mean, obviously, you don't want to be in a death game. You don't want to kill everybody. You don't want to get killed. Okay, whatever, boring stuff. But you kind of wanted to be there.
Oh, 100%. The world drew me in so much, but I think it also has a lot to relate to the fact that I've spent hundreds of hours playing MMORPGs.
Yeah, I only played the weird ones that have no name and that don't exist anymore. So.
Yeah, same. I played a lot of Fiesta. You ever heard of it?
Nope.
Yeah, so that is the background. I use the background music of Fiesta on every single one of my videos.
That's the background music.
Yeah.
Oh, I've been trying to figure it out. It's like, what hookah joint did he go to hear this music? And it turns out it's Fiesta.
Main town music, man. Rumen, hit me up. Okay.
Nice. But I thought of a few more shonens that I have to talk about before the stream ends. Okay, so quickly, Haikyuu. Briggs, take it from here.
Haikyuu is my second favorite sports anime of all time, or maybe third favorite sports anime of all time. I don't know, like I can't really remember like breaking it down into arcs, especially when shows are like 12 to 24 episode seasons. It's a great anime though.
Oh, okay, fine. I liked the final fight against the ending of the second season and the ending of the third season were amazing.
I like the beginning of the first season. and the ending of the second and third season as well.
Right. That was like mind numbing. I was gonna say mind blowing, but I said it too many times. Next, Kuroko no Basket. Have you seen it?
No.
Okay.
It either.
Well, the first 25 episodes are like one arc, and then the next 50 episodes are like the second arc, and it was all pretty good, I guess. But Magi, yay! Magi,
Well,
one of my favorite anime ever.
I watched that Sinbad Magi one, but I haven't watched the main series yet.
You kind of have to see the main one first to really get Sinbad's awesomeness, I think.
To appreciate Sinbad.
Oh,
Yeah.
my bad.
No, it's fine. I mean,
my friend was like, "Oh, this is like the prequel," and I'm like, "Okay, I'll just watch the prequel then." And then he's like, "No, you shouldn't have done that." And then I was like, "Oh, it's too late, I guess."
oh well. But as far as Magi goes, the end of the second season, that final arc. Oh, that final arc.
Couldn't have been that great. I don't remember what you're talking about.
With all the different countries coming together, that massive
war.
war.
Yeah. That was cool.
Yeah. Okay, so Magi is my 12th favorite anime of all time.
Really?
Yes.
It was good.
I've only gone up to 10. After 10, I'm just like, everything else is pretty good, I guess.
Right, so the thing is, I made a top 10 list for my special, for my 100,000 subscriber special.
Yeah, I saw that.
And like the big issue is, it's like, but where's Death Note? How can you forget? Yeah, I forgot. How can you forget about Death Note? It's like, guys, maybe Death Note's number 11. Death Note isn't number 11.
I love Death Note. It's like top 5 for me, to be honest.
Isn't Death Note considered a shonen?
Yeah, but it was in Shonen Jump, but they're wrong.
They are wrong. I agree.
It's not a shonen. Come on.
I mean, Nisekoi was also in Shonen Jump, so like.
Right. Oh, Assassination Classroom is a shonen, and the Assassination Vacation at the end of season 1 and the finale at the end of season 2 were 2 amazing arcs.
The end of season 1 was really good. Season 2 was. I should probably just finish that. Actually, I watched the first 3 episodes when they were airing. That I forgot about it.
Yeah. That's what happens to me a lot of times. I watch shows while they're airing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the issue with airing shows. It's like, because it's like, oh, if it's good, I'll catch up at the end of the season. But no, you won't catch up at the end of the season. There's
what episode was they on? I don't remember.
There's a new season now. Yay.
Hajime no Ippo.
Hajime no Ippo is my favorite sports anime.
I have to catch up on Hajime no Ippo.
Oh, me and Paul have the same taste about everything. You have fantastic taste, my friend. Hajime no Ippo is my favorite sports anime. Trying to think, what's my favorite arc from it? Oh, anything with what's his name? Tamura? Fuck, I don't. Takamura?
The OP
Takamura?
guy.
Takamura. That's the like the older brother, not the older brother, but like
the OP guy.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I know what he looks like. I'm pretty sure I know who he is.
Anything with him is sick. Fuck. Ippo versus Rocky. He kind of went by Rocky. It was an unbelievable fight.
That was sick.
You mean like Eye of the Tiger Rocky?
Not him.
Oh, different Rocky. Different Rocky. Oh, my bad. Different box.
The actual guy, he's like, oh, everyone's thinking about that Rocky, the Eye of the Tiger Rocky. But I'm talking about Rocky.
Oh, that's funny. They say that in the show?
In the show. I'm talking about him.
That's hilarious. That's amazing.
Won every match by KO. I don't know.
Some awesome stuff. Shokugeki no Soma! It's going on right now, and I forgot about it. I love that anime.
I just read the entire manga. I couldn't wait. That's how great it was.
That's right. Mr. Upali, Doctor.
I haven't watched it. I think I watched the first 10 episodes, but I need to finish the rest of it. I do that a lot. I'm sorry.
It's okay. You are forgiven. But next Rant Cafe, if you haven't seen it by then.
Oh.
Yeah.
Bang.
There's 3 seasons, right? Or they're on the 3rd one right now.
They're in the part 2 of the 3rd one. I would call it the 4th, but they're weird.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah. It's a really great show. It's a really good show. It's basically your best shonen action anime. It's just exchange lightning bolts and fireballs.
And
to pasta and boobs.
There's a lot of that.
But yeah, and they're all good arcs. I like the tournament arc because tournaments are dope.
I feel like everything's basically a tournament. It's great.
Yes, it's exactly.
You see, shonen anime is just about like every shonen anime is like about getting stronger somehow. So tournament arcs is just the best way to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but
tournaments are
also
amazing.
in Food Wars, it's like because it's food, you can't fight with food. So what do they
have
do?
you seen the theme songs?
Oh, they can.
That's right. Don't get near that guy's spatula, man.
Especially in season 2.
Right.
What was I gonna say? But like they can't really fight with food, so what do? They do contests, they do tournaments, they do challenges. So everything has like this like I don't know, this level of like risk to it or whatever. It's great. It's
Right,
fantastic.
and there's also always like if you fail, there's always one of those.
Oh, you're gonna get expelled from the school.
Okay, this is anime. If you don't cook the pasta right, execution. They don't do that, but they should. It would make it anime.
It's not too far off.
Like last week, we talked about Bleach for an hour. Feel free to check it out.
Oh my god!
After we're done here, but we forgot Bleach.
I can't believe that.
We forgot the Soul Society arc, and it's one of the best shonen arcs.
The Soul Society arc is my favorite shonen arc of all time. How did I not? I'm so disappointed in myself.
It's okay. Well, at least we talked about it a little bit.
Oh, I probably forgot because like Bleach gets horrible after,
Yeah, you probably just like remember that part, but then like everything else just not outshines it, but like you remember that stuff a lot better. And
dies in comparison.
Yeah.
Right. The Shonen, the Bleach Soul Society arc was really good. We talked about it last week with Clyde the Weeaboo and Soul, two really good friends who would never, ever abandon us last second. By the way, they were supposed to be here this week. Just saying. But if you want the experience talking about Shonen with Clyde and Soul, link to their channels in the description of the last video. Not this one. I'm not looking for their channels. But anyway, this was great. Thanks for coming, Paul. Really appreciate it.
No problem. Thanks for inviting me.
No problem at all.
Clearly, I'm not. He doesn't want me to be here.
Yep.
Okay, you're a light fixture here already. If you're not here, it's not a real Rant Cafe.
Ooh. I've been here for at least 50% of them, I'd like to think.
You were here long before me.
Yeah. Well, I was here for the second episode of Rant Cafe.
Really?
Which was the first official episode. I wasn't invited to the test episode. How dare they?
Well, I didn't know Anime Uproar at that point. You introduced me to him.
Yeah. I swear to God, I introduced them, like, I feel like everyone knows each other because of me. Not gonna lie. Like, everyone I talk to, like, yeah, we're friends now. I'm like, do you remember why you're friends? I had you both on my podcast, and that's the first time you met, like, or like something like that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, now, thankfully, I have a ton of contacts, partially because of you, just because you opened me up to the idea of, hey, you're allowed to make friends on YouTube. They're not going to backstab you.
You were pretty secluded in the beginning.
Yeah, completely secluded. Now I'm like, whatever. I have a ton of friends. YouTube's great. Community's great. I only hate a few of them. Not going to tell you who, because whatever. We'll do that after the stream's over. Speaking of, I think this is a good time to end the stream.
All right.
All right. So you want to say who you are, what you do?
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Right.
Bye.
Link to everyone in the description. They do cool videos. 7 Deadly Sins, One Piece, Hunter x Hunter, all that stuff.
Nice.
Yeah.
See you again next week for a One Piece stream, 5 p.m. Thursday. Hopefully this channel. Bye.
Bang.